All right, and there we go. Good morning, you wonderful humans. This is CCHS's virtual live exercise training stream. I am Seth Spicer. We are going to get started in exactly 4 minutes. Go ahead and grab your equipment, mentally prepare, and we'll get started shortly. Live. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I am Seth Spicer. This is the CCHS virtual exercise live stream coming at you live Monday and Wednesday, Friday at 7:30 a.m., noon, and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a virtual exercise stream for anybody that doesn't have the time, the comfortability, maybe the money to go to the gym. All right. If you need something easy and you don't know where to start, perhaps this is for you. If you've been here for a while and you're returning, thank you again. It's great to not see your wonderful faces. this morning behind the screen because this is completely anonymous, and I'm not here to be able to judge you at all. Never would anyway, but just know you're safe behind that screen. I'm going to turn the chat on and give the spiel as I get going. Happy face candle already in the chat. Wonderful morning. I turned it on afterwards, so I couldn't see your comment. You should throw it in again just so I can see it, so everybody else can see it. And then fourth dimension, great morning to you. It's 12:30 where you are. I was wondering who was coming to the morning sessions that wasn't from our time zone. The stream said it was, not our time zone. I was like, who's coming here? Well, there we go. Now we can see. And then fourth dimension, good morning to you as well. Good afternoon, 12:30. Great that you guys can be here. And I'll get started with the spiel as we get our warm-up going. All right. I'll put my warm-up here, and I will go live. Big screen. All righty. All right, and we're ready to go. There it is. Good afternoon. All right, we're going to start it with our warm-up. We're going to do step overs and close the gates. So you step over the Lego on the floor, and then you close the gate so that the kids can't come back in. Step over the Lego, keep the kids out. All right, and do that as many times as you can, as you feel comfortable, at whatever speed feels good for you this morning. All right. And go ahead and switch sides. If you need to hold on to a wall for this, you absolutely may. I encourage you to. As always, before any exercise program, talk to a physician to make sure that it's right for you. With that being said, we've done everything that we could to make sure that this is a safe and accessible program. We've removed almost all impact, all isometrics to make sure that it doesn't spike any systolic blood pressure. We've done a lot to make sure that this is an acceptable program for everybody. So we hope you'll enjoy it. We hope that it doesn't hurt. If it ever is any sort of pain, shut it down. Pain is bad. Burn, a little uncomfortability from, the workout. Not the worst thing in the world. All right, if that hurts, don't do that. Next up, we have our thoracic spine, our upper back, thoracic back. What we're going to do is open books to get them going. Both hands forward. Rotate your right hand to the back wall while keeping your hips facing forward. Right hand to the back wall. That's going to take your chest to about 90 degrees and come back to center. Left hand, breathe in. Breathe out this time. Reach your hand back to the wall on the left side. Hips facing forward like mine aren't. And come back center. Repeat the process on the right side again. Breathing out. I highly recommend watching your hand as you do it. Get some neck rotation in there too this morning. And the other side. All right, do that a couple more times. Again, this is CCH's virtual live stream. We do this to make sure that health and fitness is accessible. All right, money, time, comfortability, none of those things should be barriers to people's health and fitness goals, right? That's why we do this, put this out there, trying to remove all the barriers and support you all in reaching your health and fitness goals. So thank you for joining for day 16. All right, if you're just joining late, if you don't want to start on day 16, all of our videos are available on our YouTube. I actually just created a playlist last night of all my videos, so you can go back through from the start and watch them if you have any friends that want to join late. Next up, we have our shoulder circles. Go ahead and get the kinks out. Going backwards a little bit. All right. Going forwards. Yeah, popping in any joint, just like a little, kind of thing. As long as it doesn't hurt, that's usually okay. All right. If it starts to become bothersome, we'll try and find a progression or a regression for you, a variation for you that doesn't bother you. All right, I like to do a couple of these guys. They're just called cactuses in the Maya book. And it really feels good to try and get the shoulders warmed up nice and slow as well. We'd love a good cactus in the morning. All right, and lastly, we have our neck circles this morning. So feel free to just go ahead, rotate them around, maybe 7 times each direction. Go whichever direction you feel comfortable with this morning. Nice and slow, should not hurt. Thank you for joining this morning. All you have to do is join in, listen to my wonderful voice, and I'll give you all the instruction you need for today's workout. It's 8 exercises per usual. We only change up a couple things so that people don't get overwhelmed from exercise to exercise. And we have a couple exercises because it's week 6. And we have a couple exercises we get to improve for you on this wonderful Monday morning. All right, finish up with your neck circles. I should have done more. Warm up helps bring blood flow to the muscles. And it's almost like a sponge, your muscles. If you try and tear a dry sponge, you can. If you ever try to tear a wet sponge, you can't. All right. Prevents musculoskeletal injury in that way, among a bunch of other things with your nervous system nobody really cares about. Wow, we have 5 viewers. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm just going to adjust the camera really quick. And our first exercise is going to be our hinge motion. All right. And our hinge motion is going to be either a floor touch, a standing floor touch. Right here. Butt goes back, touch the floor, stand up. Or we have one of my favorites. It's a glute bridge, which is the same movement pattern, just in gravity in a different direction. All right. Whichever one feels best for you, go ahead and get into position. I'll start my timer. Bada bing. Oh. All right, so I want to show you guys what's going on here. I managed to find a freemium timer, turns out. Absolutely hate the freemium trial. All right. I'm going to do a 1-week free trial, and then we can get going with this workout. I'm very sorry. God. That's a shame. I really thought this was going to work. I thought this was going to be the one, you know. Purchase will be successful. Okay. All right. Well, let's try this again. Oh, yeah. All right. Go ahead and find your positions. 10 seconds. We're going to get started. I have my workouts here. I have my water. I have my wonderful crowd in front of me that's joining me. Floor touches or glute bridges. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. When we're going, we're touching the floor. Nice and slow at the bottom. If you ever feel a stretch during the movement, you don't want to rush it, all right? The butt pulls back as if you're trying to touch the wall with your butt, and then you pull it forward. I like to think of it as if I'm picking up a baby off the floor. All right, you got a really, really, really heavy cat, and you're like, come on, Garfield, we got to go to the vet, all right? All right, 15 more seconds. What I didn't tell you is that we're going 50 seconds of work to 40 seconds of recovery today, this week, and time. Because as the program progresses, not only do we include every single muscle group, but we also include progressive overload. All right, and that means that it gets a little bit harder every single workout, just so that we can adapt, so that the intensity doesn't really feel different ever. You just wake up one day and the same relative workload has just managed to become 5 times as much. All right. Next up, we have a reverse fly row combo. A reverse fly is like your hands are on your knees, forearms are on your knees. We do a reverse fly, lifting your hands up to the sky. And then we're going to do a row. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, bent over position, reverse fly to the side, and row straight back. All right. Reverse fly, row combo. Reverse fly, row combo. Sounds like something you find at Taco Bell on the dollar menu. The reverse fly, row combo. Brought to you with super melty cheese. Anyway, you see where my mind's at this morning? Sometimes I get oatmeal before we start. No, not today. If this starts to fatigue anywhere else aside from your low back, you can throw a forearm on an elbow and do it one arm at a time. And time. We're done with that exercise for today. Well, maybe for like 8 minutes. We'll come back to it, I promise. Then we have our standing arm circles, and we're going to take these ones nice and slow. All right. 20 seconds. I'm going to put up the quote of the day because I think that might provide us with some inspiration. Captions. Quote of the day. Let's go. And we're back to my big screen. All right. Arm circles nice and slow, going backwards at first. Ready, set, begin. Nice and slow. Down, slow, up, and down. Now you'll notice this is a very similar pattern to our lateral raises that we've been doing. It works the same muscles, right? So our arms going from our sides up overhead. Go ahead and switch directions. Arm circles forward. Nice and slow. Big arm circles. But instead of doing a lateral raise, we wanted more variation in our shoulders. We wanted a little bit more movement in there. Variation is the spice of life, and it's generally good in exercise. 3, 2, 1, and time. We are good with that one. Done with exercise number 3, technically our vertical press. Next up, we have a new exercise, an adjusted, I should say, exercise. It's a marching with an overarm, marching arms overhead with a downward push. So if you want to find a wall for this one, you absolutely may for stability. In short, you gotta avoid the fan. Your arms start off overhead, and we're marching. And if your left leg comes up, you push your right hand into the floor like you're trying to keep a dog away from you. And alternate. Okay? Starting in 3, 2, 1. Give it a shot. We are pushing arms overhead. Left leg up, right arm down. Left arm down, right leg up. And we're alternating. If you need to, you can put a hand against a wall the entire time and just push down when it comes time. All right. This one's kind of hard to coordinate, I admit. However, once you get the hang of it, you should feel this in your core pretty firmly. When you push down, that's when you should feel it in your core. And time with that one. All right. Next up, we're moving to our lateral squats. We touched on these last week, and we're gonna hit on them some more because getting the weight into a single leg, almost as if you're sitting in a chair, the chair is only behind one of your legs. It's important, right? And it's a good way to get nice and strong, work a different squat pattern, right, in the day. So what we're gonna do is a nice wide stance. I prefer a really wide stance. You don't really need to. You can be here if you like and just sit in a chair that's behind your left leg, sit in a chair that's behind your right leg. All right? Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. We're on the right leg, and up. We're on the left leg, and up. Sitting in a chair, and up. Sitting on the toilet, and up. All right, and we go back and forth, back, and forth each side. Again, you don't need to go to the full depth. All right, I've got some great mobility from my hurdling days, but you don't need to go that low if you like. If you get to here, right, I'll show you from the side. If you want to get to here, that's like a quarter of a squat, and that is all right. All right, just try and get used to it. That's all we're trying to do, provide you with more tools in the tool belt to keep you exercising and feeling healthy. All right, and time. That's all she wrote for that one. And next up, we have a crowd favorite, everybody's favorite. I never get sick of these. These are in the program the entire time because there's no better exercise. Push-ups. Okay, we're going to either find the wall. If you like the wall, go ahead and find the wall. If you like couch, go ahead and find yourself a couch for a regression. The more close you get to the ground, the harder the push-ups become. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. I'm not even going to try. Do full push-ups for 50 seconds. Maybe for set 3, I'll try and crank them out. I'm starting right from the knees. It's pretty much the same movement pattern. We're just getting full range of motion this way that I could maintain for 50 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Good morning. Pectorials. Pecs. All right. And next up after our push-ups, which I know we all love so much, we have our shoulder extensions. Bent over shoulder extensions. That is bent over position. Arms to the side. So arms to the side. We're going to push backwards. And then today we're going to pull upwards overhead. And we're going to hold it for a second at the top. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Bent over position. Arms back. Arms to the sky. Arms back. Arms to the sky. We're going to repeat that for the remainder of our time, a whole another 30 seconds. I feel this in my triceps. That's the back of your arm. At the top of this one right here, I feel it in my triceps. You should too. And back to the top. And you're also going to feel this in your lats and posterior delt. And up to the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. And lastly, already done with exercise set number 1. Good work. We have either an inchworm or a crawl. The inchworm is going to be the introduction into the crawl. So the inchworm is here. We reach your hands to the floor and walk ourselves forward and come back up. If you're going to do the crawl, the inchworm basically starts off the crawl where we crawl down to the crawl position and then we begin the exercise. Okay? You're going to start that isometric in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're down. And if this is as far as you feel comfortable, just put some weight on the hands and come back up. Or you can keep doing inchworms back and forth. I'm going to hold the crawl isometric position right here. The lower you get your knees, the harder it becomes. So if you want more of a challenge, feel free to lower your knees. Keep working with me here. If you need to drop the knees or go to a knee plank and pull backwards, you absolutely may. Tall knee plank, pull forward. That's a nice regression, variation. All right. Time. Man, that 5-second difference is noticeable today. We've got a 45-second break here. We're going back to the top. Back to the top. Round number 2. You can call it set number 2. Starting with our floor touches or glute bridge. Grab yourself some water. Fandiddly-tastic. Let me know what you guys think about the quote of the day. Maybe after we have more than 15 seconds Shoot it into the chat if you feel like. That was really fast. Oh, okay. My push-ups and floor touches need work. Great. That's why we're here to work on them. Speaking of floor touches, starting in 3, 2, 1. Good timing. Good morning. Go ahead with the floor touches. I'm going to give you a cue really quick if you're struggling with the floor touches. Take your hands, push them into your thighs, and slide your hands down your thighs as if you're pushing into your thighs. All right, so basically making friction on the front of your leg as you're pushing down, pushing into it, pushing into it, pushing into it. And that should take you into a really solid position for the floor touches. All right, and come back up. And if you can only get down your wrists to your knees, that's great, okay? The range of motion will come the more you exercise. Keep doing those floor touches, everybody. The range of motion will improve as you exercise, and you still get a workout. And time. That's all she wrote for floor touches round number 2. Progress, not perfection. Keep it going. Oh my goodness. That makes me so happy. Oh, happy face candle too. All I ever want with this whole CCHS thing, all Jake Carroll or Adam Fox or myself, Seth, really want is to have a community of people that support each other just like that. Absolutely love that. Thank you guys so much. Gonna make me cry a little bit this morning. Standing, we have our reverse fly, row combo, double happy meal. Same, again, bent over position. Push the hands to the side, and we're gonna start this in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Reverse fly, row combo. Reverse fly, row combo. I'm gonna check out those comments right after we hit this exercise. Really pull back, pull back, pull back. Hold it at the top, hold it at the top, hold it at the top, hold it at the top from the front so you can see my uneven shoulders. Keep it going. I've been working on making it more even. 10 more seconds. Row, fly away, row. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we have our marching with the overarm push down. Don't worry, the coordination is hard on those. We'll work on them. That's helpful. I think I was touching the floor, keeping my knees straight, so I was feeling a stretch. I bet you were. Holy crap. That's hard to touch the floor with a straight leg. Yeah, you're going to want a little bit of bend in the knees. Pushing the butt backwards will help you get that bend. You can thank Body Project for that line. Thanks, Body Project. All right. And we're back with our marching with overhead arm push down in 3, 2, 1. Left leg up, right arm down. Right leg up, left arm down. It helps me if I say it. I want you to think about pushing your hand down below the level of your raising foot. I can get it below. I can get it below. And that activates my core a whole bunch, especially on the right side. Try to touch the bottom of your heel. Don't bend though, stay straight. Keep that upwards arm reaching as high overhead as you can. 3, 2, 1, and time. Those were harder than I thought they were gonna be. I love it. Also, I love the engagement in the chat today. Good work, y'all. Thank you very much. And we have 7 viewers right now joining us. Thank you very much. Love to see it. Go ahead and click follow, subscribe, whatever platform it works. Whatever platform you're on, how that works. We're gonna move on to our lateral squats. Our lateral squats, again, as we've been describing, as if you're sitting in a chair. It kind of makes me feel like I'm about to do a karate kick. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join me. Sit in a chair to your right and stand up. Sit in a chair to your left and stand up. And you'll notice my feet remain flat on the floor the entire time. And again, only go as low as you feel comfortable. I feel a stretch, my adductor magnus, my sartorius, basically the inside of my thigh. My groin muscles get a stretch with this exercise. But note, as we're doing this, that if you feel a stretch, you're probably pushing down into the floor with this stable leg, right? What that means is as you're stretching these muscles, you're also using them. And that makes it more of an active stretch, which is what I call sticky. It stays around, unlike passive stretching, whereas if you're just touching your toes. All right, and time. Round number 2 of our push-ups. That was the other thing you said needed some work. That's okay. We're gonna go to the wall on this one. I'm taking my masks down. So again, you can use the floor from the knees, a couch variation to make it easier. I'm going right to the wall this time to show you how a demonstration works. Again, we're keeping our core nice and tight if that's what feels good for you. Arms into the wall, pulling down on the wall. That will turn your core on. And we're starting push-ups in 3, 2, 1, begin. We're here and we're back. And we're back. The further away from the wall you move your feet, the harder this exercise becomes, and the more weight you're going to put into the wall. So make sure it's a nice, sturdy, stable wall. My friend Wally here has been working out too. He's more than just drywall. He's got studs. My friend Wally's a stud. And again, this is going to be really solid to go for 50 seconds on. Again, you don't need to be Superman and do push-ups for 50 straight seconds on the floor. This is supposed to be an aerobic workout, which means your breath doesn't get absolutely torn up, and time with the push-ups. Let me know if that felt better if you used the wall and see how that worked out. Next up, after the push-ups, we have our shoulder extension. And surely we're going into shoulder flexion as well. Adam showed me that variation that he was doing. I said, you know what? That's more range of motion. I don't know why I wouldn't use that. So we're going to go with shoulder extension and shoulder flexion from the bent over position. Again, if you like the quote of the day, let me know how you like it. Or if you think it's terrible, don't tell me. All right, I don't need to know. All right, I'll live in my own little bubble. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Forearms pushing into the thighs. Single arm overhead and behind if you want a variation, or if this position doesn't feel comfortable for you, and then you can switch. I'm about to go to the double arm, right about arms overhead, arms behind, hold it for a step. Arms overhead, beat, arms behind, beat. And I'll tell you what, one of these feels easier than the other. I think we can guess which one's harder. For a guy with poor overhead shoulder range of motion, that's this guy. And that's this position. But we're working through it. 3, 2, 1, and time. I like that little rock back and forth. I think it's going with those. Feels good. Good. And we're back to the inchworm / crawl. I forgot to mention last time, if you are an individual who struggles even getting to the floor, maybe you've got a wrist sprain, right? Maybe your knees ache. That's okay. Come to the wall and just do high knee raises. All right, that's a very similar position as a crawl, and that should get a similar workout for you. Next up, inchworm to the crawl. I'm starting here in 3, 2, 1, begin. Inchworm down to the crawl position. If you want to come back up with the inchworm, that's fine too. I'm going to face you because I'm staying down here. And I suppose I should probably lower my knees. Demonstrate the true exercise for you all. Here we are. Keep pushing. Keep holding. This is one of the only isometrics we include in the program. And it's relatively full body. I like to move around a little bit. And if you get tired, knees to the floor, push them forward, and pull your hands towards your knees as if you're trying to slide yourself across the floor. 3, 2, 1, and time. And if you do try and slide yourself across the floor, that should engage your core. And if it didn't, well, next time engage your core. All right. All right. And we're back. The next exercise we have. Oh, no way. We're going back to the start. Did we forget one? No? No, we didn't. We did. Oh, we missed the arm circles. All right, we're including arm circles, and then we're going back to the top. Oh, man, this is the great thing. This is how you know it's live, because we'll miss something once in a while. Arm circles starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin nice and slow. Hey, we caught it. That's okay. My timer usually goes yellow in between sets, and that was the bottom of the set. I said, "Sir, why are you not yellow?" And he said, "Because you forgot something, you silly goose." All right, arm circles. Going forwards now. We started backwards, going forwards. If you were already going forwards, just go ahead and throw them backwards. Doesn't matter too much. I'm feeling like Michael Phelps out here doing a butterfly stroke. Reach back, reach up, and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we have a minute break. Go ahead and grab your water. Whoops. All right. Again, if you're just joining, my name is Seth Spicer. This is CCHS, Connected Community Health Support's free live virtual exercise stream. If you don't want to join on day 16, where it's 45 minutes, 50 seconds of work, 40 seconds of recovery, you can go to our YouTube channel at Connected CHS and start from the very beginning, day 1. Listen to all of our mistakes through from scratch, where it's a 30-minute video that progresses to where we are now. All right. It's completely progressive overload, works your entire body, and it's designed so that anybody can join and get a solid workout in. All right. 13 seconds, and then we're started with our floor touches or our glute bridge. I'm doing a glute bridge this time. If you want to join me with the glute bridge, please feel free. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. And of course, I've got to show all the variations. Again, as I always say, which variation should you choose? The one that feels best for you. If you're trying to create a healthy habit, you should do the thing. You should do the physical activity that you enjoy. That's the only way to make it sustainable. If you hate Brussels sprouts, why would you tell yourself to eat Brussels sprouts 3 times a week for your health goal? That sounds terrible. But hopefully this is not. And if I don't provide you enough variation for something that you enjoy, let me know. And time. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, Jacob Vinag, my power is over 9,000. Next up, we have our reverse fly combo. This is going to be our horizontal pull. And hopefully we can pull away all the spammers from the chat, if that's what that is. I can't tell. Starting in 10 seconds, we have our number 2 reverse fly row combo. Drink on the side. 3, 2, 1, begin. We're here, and we're here. Reverse fly, and up. Thank you all for joining me this morning. This is the highest number of consistent people we've had through the entire stream to date. And you better believe that makes me happy. And also, from my musical theater days back in high school, or from, hell, even from track, the more people that are watching, the better I perform. So the more people you get in here, just wait till there's like 100 people, guys. Whew, man, this is going to be a show. Keep it going. 10 more seconds. Hopefully this is already somewhat entertaining. Row, arms to the side, row. 3, 2, 1, and time. And that's good on that one. That was the end of our reverse fly row combos for the day, but not for the week. They'll be back. We have our standing arm circles. We're not forgetting them this time, all right? Starting with our reverse arm circles. Do us all a favor today. After you're done with your exercise, go ahead and grab a nice, healthy breakfast. Whole foods. Maybe I may recommend personally what I'm going to have. 3 eggs, spinach, nice bowl of oatmeal with peanut butter and honey, a little bit of chia seeds. Oh my goodness, arm circles ready to begin. Yeah, I got y'all daydreaming about my oatmeal. You weren't ready for these arm circles again. No. All right. And I've got great news. I don't have to leave for calculus today. Oh, can we get named that in the chat? I do have 5 finals this week, though. So Wednesday and Friday will be a little rushed. However, today, I've got all the time in the world. Other direction, if you haven't already switched, somebody's big fat head was focused on calculus, stupid, instead of the arm circle switch halfway through. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. We're done with our arm circles for day 16. Good work. Hope you're feeling nice and fresh in the arms. I needed that. I had a very sedentary weekend. Hunched over, doing a lot of work on my laptop. It was actually my round 2 comp exam. Some of you might remember that I said if I don't mention it, it means it didn't go well. Well, it turns out I had to retake it. Everybody did, though. So now we'll see on Friday to get that master's degree in exercise science. Shout out. Marching with an overhead arm push down. Watching out for my fan. We're here touching the bottom of our heels. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Arms overhead. Touch the heel. Touch the heel. Pushing straight down. You should feel it in the core. Breathe out as you reach down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I almost hacky sacked there for a second. Don't do one of those numbers. Legs come straight up. Keep working with me. Again, hold on to a wall if you need support. Oh, I got myself confused. Keep reaching to the sky. Up here's your goals. Reach for them. And time. That's good. Moving on, we have our lateral squat starting in 30 seconds. Lateral squats, along with the floor touches or glute bridges, depending on what you do, are going to mobilize the most blood flow, which is going to get your heart up the most. More blood flow, higher heart rate, bigger muscles recruited. We're probably going to have more calorie burn from those exercises. That's just how that works. That's why we love big muscle group exercises. Next up, lateral squats in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Go ahead. Go with a frequency that feels good for you. Go to a depth that feels good for you. I'm coming forward. All right. 30 seconds. Really put the weight on that single leg like you're sitting back in a chair. All right, 15 more seconds. You don't have to go as fast as me. That was a little bit too fast. Really don't want to rush it, actually. That was a mistake on my end. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Wonderful. And next up, we're going to move on to our push-ups. Yeah, that'll get old after a while. But our triceps and chest will feel great. Tricep is actually the biggest muscle by mass in your upper body, contrary to popular belief. I didn't believe it when I heard it, but it turns out it is. Even bigger than your pec. Unless, of course, you just do flies all day. Starting in 3, 2, 1, we've got push-ups. Up, up, and away. Keep working, keep working. Again, make sure the core is nice and tight so that your belly doesn't sag into the push-up. If your belly's sagging into the push-up, we're doing something wrong here with it. Keep working. I know this feels long. Keep working. 10 seconds. You can go for 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. That felt like forever, but that's okay because we're all doing this together at 8:11. Well, Eastern time. Sorry, fourth dimension. I don't mean to exclude you. I appreciate you. Which means we're moving on now to our shoulder extensions or shoulder flexions. Different from shoulder reflection. They feel good. All right, here we are starting in 10 seconds. Go ahead and find your bent over position. Push your forearms into your thighs. And that should get us in a nice bent over position. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Arms back. Arms overhead. Arms back. Arms over our heads if we can. All right. I was telling Jake and Adam some jokes last night, and I said I should say them on stream. Here towards the end of the day, I suppose I can give you a couple. All right, after we're done with these, as we're getting prepped for inchworms, I'll throw you a couple. All right, I'll tell you my muffin joke. My muffin jokes are a rare joke. I don't tell anybody my muffin joke anymore. I used to tell it so much that I got a bottle for my girlfriend for her birthday. So ask me about the muffins. And time. So, I'll tell you about the muffins. It's a very serious joke. There was 2 muffins sitting in an oven. One muffin looks over at the other muffin, says, "Hey man, is it getting hot in here?" And the other muffin goes, "Oh my God, a talking muffin!" Muffins can't talk. That's why it's funny. Inchworm starting in 3, 2, 1. Inchworm down to a crawl position. And we're here for the next 45 seconds. Again, if you want to keep the butt a little higher, it'll make it easier. I'm going to drop the knees down to the floor because I like the way it feels. Then you can move around a little bit. All right. So last exercise, 20 seconds. Again, I'm going to show you the tall front plank position. We're here pulling forward. Keep working on that. Pull forward. Butt comes up to the sky. You should feel your abs. And you should feel your core. And time. That's all she wrote. That's a wrap. We're going to take a couple of seconds, get a bit of a cool down done. And then I get to go cancel that stupid freemium timer that got me at the beginning of the workout. Guys, you knew I was doing something important. Anyway, we're going to shake the legs out. Those last ones, those crawls actually get my quads a little bit. And these are at 90 degrees. Shake it out in front, but hacky sack wiggles. All right. I hope all this exercise in the morning feels great for you. I know I've been a little bit of bro science here. I've been in a lot less pain since I've started instructing this. And it's really nice knowing that there's people out there that can count on each other to show up as a part of this CCHS community. because reaching your health goals, it isn't a choice. It's a series of choices. It's a constant thing where all day, if you want to reach your health goals, you don't have to obsess over it, but really you have to choose over and over to do the things, diet, sleep, exercise, that, keeps us going towards our goals. And it's very easy to make one change or, fall off with nutrition, right? Because I personally have a sweet tooth, right? It's very easy for me to exercise and then go down a half gallon of ice cream naturally, right? We all have our vices. But I guess my point is that some people think that it's a single choice to be healthy, right? And really, it's a lifestyle medicine. It's a whole bunch of different factors that come together through the pillars of CCHS that contribute to our overall health, right? So keep that in mind. We'll elaborate more on that as the semester for myself, Jake, and Adam winds down. Hopefully, we'll bring on more people or give more sessions, maybe even a live chat about the different pillars of what we do, how to get to sleep at a reasonable time and keep a consistent sleep pattern, why that might be a good thing, right? Maybe you're not aware of why that's a good thing. Maybe we'll bring on a nutritional person. We'll see. I don't know. I want to get your hopes up, but all right. I think Seth did very little this weekend. This always gets me moving so I can get stuff done. Hell yeah. I love it. I didn't do anything this weekend. In fact, I've never had a weekend disappear as fast as I have for this one. I spent 12 hours on Saturday. I thought it was going to take 3 to prepare, study for the comp exam that I just took on Sunday, which took most of the day. And then you go and relax for a couple hours and prepare the videos for the next day. And weekend's gone. So I didn't move very much either. And I'm glad that we can move together this morning. I'll work on my material. Honestly, I think it's funny because it's so bad. I admit it. That's probably the worst joke I've ever had, and that's why I love telling it so seriously. It's a good time. It's a good time. Oh, really quick, happy face candle. As you said, it gets you moving so you can get stuff done. The effect of exercise in the morning. Oh my goodness! When I say it's better than a cup of coffee, the physiological changes that occur in your body from exercise really are better than a cup of coffee. All right. I mean, just from getting the blood flow, you really get more neurogenesis. Basically, you learn better. You get more nerve formation, more connections in your brain. It provides more BDNF. It's brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Basically, what that means is like miracle grow for your brain. So if you exercise in the morning, you're probably going to learn a little better and retain more information throughout your day as compared to the groups that don't exercise aerobically. Crazy, right? And that's aside from all of the other good, just standard health, right? That's called nootropics, increasing your brain function. Usually that's what supplements, but I consider that too. But just in that facet, it's worth it, right? And then you consider all, decreased blood pressure, you're just feeling better, decreased pain, decreased chance of, heart disease. The list is endless. And that's why I think it's so important we bring this here and remove the barriers that so many people have to exercise, right? So I'll work on my jokes, fourth dimension. Yeah, I admit they're not great. Happy face. Thank you guys both for all the engagement in the chat. We had up to 7 viewers at one point and 4 consistently the entire time. And that makes me so happy. All right. We're sending out an email hopefully soon to the entire SUNY Cortland campus. So this group might get a little bigger. I hope it does. Again, if you're just watching this and you tuned in a little late, you can catch all of our videos. I made a playlist on YouTube, and this video will be added to it as well. My name is Seth Spicer. This is Connected Community Health Support, CCHS, making health and fitness accessible. Check out the quote of the day really quick before I sign off. Shoot any questions into the chat before I sign off. You're capable of achieving more than you think. You've just been told that it's not worth it. That is one of my favorite quotes. If you take time to think about what that means for you, maybe a little bit of mindfulness practice, I hope that you can guide your day with that quote. So without further ado, I don't see any questions. I'm going to sign off. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday morning, no matter what time, Monday afternoon. I forget that this is kind of an international thing. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all on Wednesday morning. Peace.